But first, healthcare workers across the country receiving the first doses of the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine. That includes some of Georgia's healthcare workers. The vaccine offering a sense of relief and hope 10 months in the making. Tracy Amick-Peer joining us now live in Atlanta with where Georgia's first shipments went and when we can expect more to arrive. Tracy?
Well, a big day yesterday as the Pfizer vaccines rolled out across the country, and nearly 6,000 of those doses came right here to Georgia. The vaccine first headed to the coast in Savannah and Brunswick as part of a pilot project. And yesterday, a few healthcare workers were vaccinated there at the Georgia Department of Health's Coastal District Office. This afternoon, Governor Brian Kemp and Dr. Kathleen Toomey will be in Savannah at the Chatham County Health Department at around 2:40 as vaccinations ramp up today. Now, the director of the Coastal Health District says the 5,850 doses they received yesterday will be used to vaccinate frontline workers and those in long-term care facilities.
This is unbelievably exciting. We've been dealing with this since January or February and looking for a light at the end of the tunnel.
More Pfizer vaccines are on the way. 84,000 of them are coming as part of this initial allocation, and then more doses will even follow that batch. Now, the Pfizer vaccine is expected to come here to Atlanta tomorrow.
All right, Tracy, good to know. We're also watching out for Moderna's vaccine set for potentially FDA emergency authorization by week's end as well. So why did the Savannah area get the first shipment for Georgia? Nancy Needham with the Department of Health says it was where our federal partners decided to send the first shipments. DPH did not have a role in that decision. We thought it would be coming to at least one site in Metro Atlanta first, end quote. The vaccines are greatly needed with more than 300,000 deaths in the U.S. tied to COVID since the pandemic started. And the virus is not slowing down in our state. Georgia reporting 100 new COVID patients needing hospital care yesterday. In all, nearly 3,000 people are hospitalized right now due to the virus. That's just 200 patients shy of our summer record. The number of cases is slightly down at nearly 3,300 new cases statewide yesterday. We often see a drop in cases on Mondays because fewer people get tested over the weekend. Even with a slight drop in cases, our positivity rate is above 14%, nearly 3 times the World Health Organization's recommended level for reopening.